Hey everyone, what's up? It's me, Danny Defreitas. Welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be for everyone who's interested in Instagram. I have some amazing, incredible, inside, up-to-date knowledge. So let me give you a little bit of a story how I know this information. Yesterday night, I got invited by Instagram to go and meet the head of Instagram in London and the whole Instagram team for dinner. And I was shook F, guys. I was shook F. So there was only 20 people who were asked to attend this dinner. And I was like so blown away that I was one of 20 people. And out of the beauty industry, there was only 4 of us, including myself. So this was a huge thing for me. Obviously, you guys know how obsessed I am with Instagram. I use Instagram every day. It is kind of like my main platform and just, I don't know, like who doesn't have Instagram? So anyway, as I had this incredible opportunity, I thought it'd be just perfect to basically ask a lot of questions and pick the Instagram team's names and the CEO of Instagram and ask them exactly about some of the myths and what you can do if you're a new person trying to grow a following, how does like the algorithm work and all this stuff. So we have a notebook right here. I made a whole list of stuff, guys. This video really is about being the best creator that you can, and this is me being really open and giving everything away and giving you all the tips and tricks. So without wasting any more time, let's get cracking. Now, in case I do sound a little bit different, I have a cough. So I sound a little bit husky and it's quite hard for me to talk. So in case I like sound odd or I'm doing a madness, then you know why. Okay, so question number 1 was, are paid partnership posts limited in terms of their visibility in comparison to a normal post? This is not true. There is no difference in visibility whether that piece of content is a paid partnership or whether it's a normal post. Instagram does not limit it at all. So make sure you're being really transparent. Sometimes those posts might not do as good as well because it might be a very like addy kind of post. Whereas if it's another piece of content which might seem really authentic and really like cool and nice and has an amazing caption and it's engaging, then people might react to that better. So just make sure, this is what I personally love. So I personally, if I'm ever doing a paid partnership, 1, I have to love your brand. I have to love it. I have to try the products out. I like to work with brands I truly am passionate about, and I don't like it to just be like a one thing. I like it to be something that I naturally feature quite a few of the times. There are some smaller brands, some newer brands, of course I'm going to try them out, but it's always really nice to like talk about it, and I always go above and beyond to make sure that I'm transparent with you guys. Okay, next point. Try to use as many of Instagram's features as possible. So with this, I think that instead of just doing photo post, maybe try a video sometimes, maybe post a boomerang, maybe do an Instagram live, maybe do an IGTV. I definitely feel like at the moment, Instagram is having such a push onto IGTV. So you definitely want to start playing around a little bit more on that. And in case you guys have never ever heard of IGTV before, then IGTV is basically another section of the platform where you can upload content that's 1 minute to 10 minutes long in duration. So it is vertical video. You can now upload it in landscape, apparently. I haven't tried it yet. And it's longer content. So maybe mix it up, think of different ways. I definitely have been brainstorming recently of how I can incorporate content that's kind of relative to me. Obviously, you guys know my stuff's more like beauty, more fashion and lifestyle. So yeah, I've just been thinking about some ways where we can do some really cool, fun stuff. So be sure to mix it up, guys. Keep it fresh. Don't get bored of your own content, because if you get bored of your own content, your audience is going to be bored of your own content. Okay, so you need to mix it up. Next one is keep it fun. This might seem like a really basic one, but I do think that sometimes I'm personally really guilty of this, guys. We like can overthink. I say I for one, overthink about things, and I put so much pressure that I want to get consistent likes and I want everything to be the same, but sometimes posts just get more likes or more views than others, and there's no real reason why. So don't stress too much about it. I think that if you're having fun with your content creation and you're actually like enjoying it and just sharing that with people, then your friends, your family, your followers, everyone who's like engaged is going to enjoy that type of content. So just make sure you're always having fun with it. Okay, the next one is, the question was, how many hashtags should you be using on your posts? And Instagram basically said that you should be using 3 to 5 hashtags that are relevant to that post. So obviously, if you post a photo of a dog, don't hashtag dog because it's very, very generic. There's probably like millions of posts under that hashtag dog. So maybe if it's like, I don't know, like where am I going with this? Like fluffy dog or a white dog or like a cute dog or barking. Then you could do hashtag barking dog. I don't know, but you get what I mean. Like try to make it a little bit more specific. I don't have a dog, so I never post photos of dogs, so I don't even know what the dog hashtags are. An example for people who are maybe in the beauty industry like me, if you're going to do a pride makeup look, then instead of just putting hashtag makeup, you could do hashtag pride makeup or hashtag colorful makeup. So it's kind of like not so generic and a little bit more specific to your post. That's a good one, guys. So you're going to start doing that more. I also asked, actually, if it makes a difference if you post your hashtags in your caption or in the comments. Do they still work? Does it make a difference? And Instagram said that it doesn't make a difference. It just depends. Sometimes it's nice to put them all in one so people can tap on them and see them. And some people like to hide it. So if you want to hide it, you can just put it in your comments. My next question to Instagram was, do you need to comment 4 words for it to count as engagement? No. The answer is no. Instagram said no, you do not need 4 words. That is a myth. Just 1 word or even emojis count as engagement. So if you wanted to, definitely if you're a creator or if you're someone who's got really, really large following, it might be almost impossible to like write a full sentence to every single comment on your feed to reply back to people. So you might write some comments to people, maybe if they're asking questions. I think it's really important to like keep it real, like actually write words and say something. And then maybe if you just want to make someone's day, you can put some emojis and like them and stuff. So I think it's really important to just engage with people, guys. Like engagement is just an all-rounded thing. So you can't expect engagement if you're not giving engagement. So it's like a two-way thing. Okay, so the next one was how to know what to post, like what type of content should you be posting. And I personally actually do get quite a few DMs of people saying, hey, can you check out my profile, or hey, what kind of stuff should I be posting? And then when I actually go on their profile, I see that there's like 2 posts or like very, very few posts. And I feel like that's still very, very early on. You guys need to keep on going. It says here I wrote everything down, okay, in case you're wondering why I'm reading. To use your insights, if you have a business or creator profile, you can actually go into your insights, and they said to basically see what your audience like is to look at not so much your followers and not so much your impressions, but you can actually go on your insights and like put it under engagement. And so you got your top engaging posts, your most liked posts. And I think if you look at your top 9, definitely you might see a bit of a pattern. So you'll be like, okay, people really like, so for me, people really like more like close up shots of me. So for me personally, it might be really important to focus more on like portrait shots instead of like doing other things if I want to give people what they like. But on the flip side of that as well, guys, I do feel like going back to the fun element, you should still, like now and then I'll post a full length photo, I might post something a little bit different. It's still fun to do that, do you know what I mean? Like don't put yourself in too much of a pigeonhole as well, but make sure that maybe majority, like if you're famous for hair videos, then maybe make sure you're always bringing back a hair video, do you know what I mean? Because that's why people love you. Okay, my next tip from Instagram was use IGTV more. It's new, fun and exciting. So this is a brand new feature. Well, it's not brand new, no, it's been around for a while, but it is new in terms of like Instagram timeline, I guess. And I think what's really, really exciting about it is that in its own space, it's less saturated. It's a new way of content. You can post longer content. And I think personally for me, like I'm so used to doing like beauty videos, like makeup videos, skincare videos. So for me, it's actually trying to find a way of how can I turn that into longer content that's different to my YouTube. And so that is quite hard. And so, you know, I say hard, but it's also exciting. It means, okay, I need to think harder. And this is amazing as a content creator. This is what I want to do. I want to think harder. I want to challenge myself. I want to create new content. So things like this, for example, I want to bring forth a little bit more, and I just want to have fun with it. And yeah, that's where IGTV can take it, guys. Let's do this. Okay, the next point that Instagram made was take the time to interact with your followers, to answer comments, and also to reply to DMs. So I think that a lot of the time can be timely. I'm not even saying the right word. A lot of the time that can take a long time. Moving on. Basically, it can be quite hard to like and comment and reply to every single DM. It can take quite a lot of time, of your time. I think it's important to do it. Don't just post something and expect nothing. I definitely do dedicate quite a lot of time making sure I reply to every single comment. I give it a like, and if there's something cute, I'll write a little comment. It does take up so much of my time, guys, but usually what I do is when I post something, I'll spend some time interacting and engaging. And the reason why that's so important is, let's say like you follow someone, let's say you were to follow me, or even if let's say I follow someone, imagine if that person that I follow that I so love, like replied to my DM or like liked my comment or posted something. Like, it's happened to me in the past, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like that person commented on my thing, or they replied to me, or they liked some of my photos. Like, it just means so much. Like, it just makes someone's day. And I know it might seem like really basic and really small, but that's what you kind of want to do. Like, you want to make people's day. So definitely do that, because I know that when I go on your profiles and like some stuff, you guys like post it on your stories, you screenshot it, and then sometimes I repost it. Like, it's just amazing. It's just about sharing the love. Like, I love it. Like, I just live for that. So yeah, that's a really cool feature, I think, like, to do more of that. Now, the next one is actually really, really interesting. We kind of asked, what is the future of Instagram? What's a new feature that Instagram will be bringing to the table? And what they said, I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to say this, but they said shoppable, clickable, in-app purchases. This means that I think it's actually available in a country so far, but I don't know what country it is. And basically, it's only on photo post at the moment, but basically you'll click on a photo and you can see the item. Let's say it's this Fenty glass balm lip gloss, which I'm wearing today. If you like it, don't forget to swipe up, double tap, subscribe, like, follow. No, joking. So yeah, if you wanted to buy this, then from that photo you will just click on it, and your details will be in your Instagram already, and you can just buy from inside the app. I think this is a really, really exciting space, because so many influencers kind of use their Instagram for affiliation links and swipe ups, and they use like third parties to get commission and stuff like that. Obviously, the more transparent people are about this, the better. And I think that having an in-app kind of like purchase just makes it so much easier. I definitely, when I see something that I like, I kind of just want to buy it there and then. I'm just like, oh, I want to find out how much it is, where can I buy it, how long does it take for it to be delivered. So having that accessibility, I think is really, really exciting. And I don't know, like, so many of you guys are always like, oh, where can I find this? Where can I buy this? And so it might make it just easier for you to find things. So I think that's super, super interesting. I'm really excited about that. And I think that'll be phasing out in the next 6 months or so, guys. Also, another really interesting feature, which is going to be more, again, about making money and revenue, maybe if you're more business and creator, is that IGTV is looking to become monetized. Now, I don't really know that much about it. We weren't really told that much about it, but I think it's a really, really exciting space. So I don't know how it's going to work, because I know that on YouTube people can monetize things. So I'm not sure if that means that adverts will come into it, but it means that, you know, if you are a content creator, then it might be another source of revenue from it. And it might be a really exciting space to then, you know, make some more money and work with brands and like different branded deals on that. Okay, so another question that we wanted to ask Instagram was, what do you do if you're just not growing and your account is just stuck? So Instagram basically said to us, maybe look at your profile, because Instagram tends to update quite often. They introduce new features, things change. And sometimes when they get these queries and they get these messages, they'll look, and those people are still doing photo posts, which they were kind of doing like at the beginning of time, like years ago, and they haven't really upgraded or updated their kind of means and resources and different types of content. So if you feel like you're kind of stuck, mix it up. If you've never done a video before, maybe it's time, guys. You can do it. All you need is an iPhone. You've got a camera, film a video, keep it real, keep it raw. You don't need all this fancy equipment. I mean, I've got lights and a camera and all that jazz, but you don't need that. You know what I mean? Mix things up. If you've never done a live before, maybe do a live, maybe do a joint live, chat to your audience. If you've never done IGTV before, do that. Maybe do some stories. I think sometimes people really don't show their personality on their profiles. I've definitely noticed that. And I love watching, I think we all love watching like real life stuff. So I sometimes watch vlogs that are just like real life people. There's not really any like information in there, but it's just nice. It's like relatable, really cool content. So maybe, you know, doing some stories and talking, then people get to know you. So just mix things up. I definitely feel like sometimes I get a bit down if I'm stuck and I'm like, why is my following not growing? Like, why am I still in this figure? But if that's happening, then do something different. Like maybe take a bit of time out. Take 2 days out, guys, and think, right, what am I gonna do? Oh, this really crazy makeup look that I'm really excited about doing. And then do it good and kill it. And I think that when you then come and make like, boom, then your audience are like excited and they're happy and they're really, really like excited about this new content that you just posted. So mix it up. Okay, my final thing, guys, is going to be about the algorithm. Whew! Where do I start? Okay, so everyone's question is, how do I ride the algorithm? How do I jump the algorithm? Some people are also saying, why can't we go back to chronological order? They're still saying this. Guys, let me just tell you, Instagram is never gonna go back to chronological order, okay? It's just not gonna happen. The algorithm is here to stay. And we kind of asked Instagram, like, what are the best things to be on the healthy growth on the wave of an algorithm? And they said that the reason why algorithm was introduced was because before, with the chronological time, then people were missing 70% of all content posted. 70%. In saying that, it meant that, let's say I was out for dinner and my best friend gave birth and posted a photo of a baby and I missed it in that moment because I was out for dinner. Obviously, I guess she would have called me, but let's just say she's someone that is in a different country or something. Then she would post it and then I wouldn't see it because it's not chronological. Then I would have missed that opportunity to see that content and I wouldn't be reminded again. Now, what the algorithm does, and I think this is so smart. I feel like, honestly, guys, like having this dinner, it lets you see it from other people's eyes. And instead of us as creators like always complaining about everything, like there's a reason why everything is in place. So the algorithm basically allows your content to be seen to your followers over the period of 3 whole days. So I was at dinner and I missed that photo post if it was still chronological. Because the feed is now algorithm based and it's not chronological, that means that that will still come up. So, and I will still see that and then I can still engage with it. So if you kind of scroll through everyone you're following, you might get to a tab that says all caught up. And that means that you've seen every single thing that everyone you follow has posted in the last 3 days. So you have got, when you post something as a creator, when we used to post things, it used to get like a really big flux of engagement and then really trickle down. The next day it would be dead. Whereas now you'll post something and for the next 3 days, you kind of like constantly have some growth coming to it. So I think it's really important to think that. And I think it takes so much more pressure off us that if we post something, if you want to, I normally post every single day, but if that's too much for you because you've got kids or you've got a job or it's just a hobby of yours, then you can at least post every 3 days and then your content will be seen by all your following. And I think that's amazing. And Instagram once again confirmed that they never, ever, ever hide your content. Everything is always visible. Everything's always there. When they actually explained the algorithm, I was just like, mind blown. I really, really, honestly, I'm still buzzing from the fact that I was able to go to that dinner. I'm so buzzing that I was able to ask these people directly about all of my concerns, my queries, and share my passion. And also, I'm so blessed that I can do something like this and share it with all of you guys, because I just feel like I'm not someone who keeps things inside. I'm someone who's very, very open, very transparent, and I want you to go ahead. You can write notes down, guys, and be the best creator you can be and like grow. We can all grow together. So I just really wanted to share this information. I just felt like it was super big for me. And yeah, that comes to the end. If you do have any more questions, feel free to write them in the comments below. I can try and answer them because I did throw like a million questions when I was there. I can try and answer them myself, and if I can't, I can maybe try and ask some of my friends that were also there in case I missed anything. So thank you so much for watching this, guys. I hope you found it really, really helpful. Be sure to give it a like. I'm gonna post this on my IGTV and my YouTube, so make sure you like follow either one and like support me on my platforms. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Let me know what you think. Write down any questions in the comments, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, love you guys. Bye. 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 Bye.